We are live. We are live. We're doing an experiment. Andres behind the camera committed for us to do live unboxings every other week or every week. We're gonna try our best. If this comes up nicely, we didn't announce it, so therefore, no wonder. We should put the link on Facebook. We should put the link on Facebook. If you are just joining, we're about to do a live unboxing. This is an experiment, and if it goes well, we'll do it every week. So we have someone. I think we should let me put the link on Facebook, because maybe that'll help. What in the process? I'm just gonna go this copy link. And YouTube. There's Victor Matthews. I just read the comment. Can you see the comments, so you can tell me Victor Matthews is there? Hola, Victor. I think he's from the Mandalore Express gang. All right. You gotta let me know. I don't have a prompter. What is he saying?
It's Victor Matthews. What you gonna do? Plastic Universe Mania. Run it. Wild's on you.
What you gonna do, brother, when the when the plastic minions run wild on you? He's quoting the Hulkster, Hulk Hogan. So, Victor, you're the only one. Is he the only one on the live?
JD Soros Rex.
JD Soros Rex. Man, you gotta come to the store. You'll be promising to come down to the store. What's up? So we're here. We're gonna do a live unboxing. I honestly have no clue what's in this box, so we'll see. These will be priced and ready for takers shortly. Let me take a sneak peek of the, okay. Oh, you have something, Andres, that you like in here. Now I know what's in here. Now I know what's in here. Hello there. Did I just give you a hint? Did I just give you a hint? For Star Wars collectors, look at this bad boy right here. The most Eisley streets of most Eisley. Oh shit! And it comes with a Jawa that has a vinyl cape. No, a cloth cape. This is cool. Includes one Jawa. It is the most richest place in the universe. I can't remember what Obi-Wan says about this. The Star Wars stuff. Let me put the box down, and then I just read stuff up. There we go. So we start with this big boy. For you diorama makers, this is a really cool addition, right?
It's looking perfect.
Oh look, it has a bunch of stuff like TV. All right. Let's see what else we got on this box. Here's another one, of course. Can just order one. I went to the gym this morning and I'm struggling. Here's another one. Okay. Dragon Ball fans, Figure Arts fans. We got the Son Goku from Figure Arts. We're getting a lot of customers getting this brand. Son Goku from GT. He's super cool. I think we have a few more in there. We had the boys. Stephanie was here in December. She was so nice. Aha! Aha! You want? Are they saying anything? Do they want to see something else?
Just following up. It does look good. Dragon Ball.
It says
What?
action figures. Hello. Let's try my British accent. It says action figures, Star Wars Stormtrooper. Not that. Okay. This is from the vintage collection. There's two boxes of it. I think it just came out, if I'm not mistaken. So this is how we get stuff here. So as a collector, this is very tempting because now you get to like see how you get them. This is how the store gets them. Ooh, I love the smell of fresh new plastic. So let's pull one out of the card. Let's see. This is such a beautiful Stormtrooper. Vintage collection of Stormtrooper.
Oh, it's looking
Fresh
perfect.
out of the car. I love this car. I need the Stormtrooper. You can't have enough of them, so I ordered the 2 boxes. So the same thing. One more. Oh. We're not big into Funko Pops. I mean, we're trying to do something different than everyone else. So it's not our main thing, but we have clientele that likes Funko Pops. So every now and then, oh, this is my kid's fault. Because this thing is super hot right now. Five Nights at Freddy's. You get at least one kiddo every week asking for this type of stuff. So we got a Foxy the Pirate. Foxy the Pirate. And I think the second movie, I saw the trailer for the second movie of this thing. My kid showed it to me and I was like, shit. Next box. You gotta let me know if you're saying something.
Got Peter Snow.
Peter Snow, Pedro Nieves, ese Maracay.
Yep.
This is the Legend of Maracay, Peter Snow. Un gran saludo a Pedro Nieves. Este es el terror de Maracay.
We got Edson Martinez
Edson Martinez, how are you, man? Thank you for joining us.
from Texas.
From Texas. Gotta love Texas. I don't get that. I don't do that well. Oh, okay. So we don't do Funko Pops that much, but when we do, we go above and beyond, and we have a section of.
Whoa.
I like this guy.
Yes.
It looks cool. You can't have enough King Kong, so this is from the New Empire film. So this is just a sample of the type of stuff that we get every week. It was just one box. We wanted to do it Saturday, so we're taking advantage of a little break because this is usually crowded. I don't know if maybe we should give them like a little tour since we have, how many people we have?
By now 14.
14 people watching. Let me just clean this up really quick. And then we'll do a drive-through of the store. Why have you been doing the store on this? Have you creating havoc in the store?
No, just reorganizing because we got so much things coming in every week.
So
Here.
people like our friend from Dallas who hasn't shown up. Once you come to Florida, let's just give you a tour. So this is the beginning of the store. This is the Star Wars section. Andres is a big Star Wars fan. I used to be. I still have some in there. Some in there, you know. So we have, like, for example, we love grading. Everybody knows that. And we have a section of graded, odd-looking, interesting items like prototypes. Show them the prototypes. So this is a 12-inch Luke Skywalker prototype, Han Solo, and that's a 6-inch Black Series prototype. And then you have like regular graded stuff. This is the Little Letty. Show them the Little Letty, like the Lando. That's a Little Letty overhead, unpainted Akbar head. That's a non-sonic welt. I've told that story multiple times from Little Letty, Mexico. But I love this Frankenstein because this guy is basically a head of Lando on a Luke's torso with a rebel legs, and I think these are Nyam Nyam arms. So one of the things that we love because it connects us to Toys R Us. This was supposed to be an unboxing. How come I'm doing a tour now?
Right.
It's the fact that when I used to go to Toys R Us, I remember seeing a gigantic store full of pets, and my dad used to tell me, you can only get one. So now, we'll build a motherfucking wall. Now I own the wall. And this kind of recreates, I raised it up, so it kind of recreates the experience. Of course, I was like this, looking at the big wall, and I can only get one, but now I have them all. And it's cool. It's kind of cool to, grab on pegs and get like the newer stuff. The vintage collection, especially for 3 3/4 fans, it's always going to be the legendary collection because it's the one that created this monstrosity of a film, of a franchise. We have a little bit of everything in here. So this is also Star Wars. I know Andres is moving things around. He's driving us nuts. There's also Star Wars stuff in here, like for example, if you connect to Power of the Force, and I know people say, well, I can find those for like $2-3. Well, here's the thing. If you really look at the cars and the bubbles, they're super mint, they're super pristine. And I don't know about you, but in my personal case, when I was waiting for some Star Wars toys back in the 90s and these guys came out, even though that they're like beefed up and whatever, that was it. That was my way in back into collecting hardcore. So we have Star Wars, and then here, this is a transition stage, as we call it. We have a little bit of Transformers, there's more Transformers coming. And then of course, you all know that we are a Super 7 flagship in the state of Florida, and we are hardcore into 3 3/4, and we are hardcore into reaction. This reaction, some people don't know this, and I don't know if it might be a little bit redundant to say it, but reaction is basically a nod to Kenner, right? So the idea is for reaction, the concept behind it is, what would have happened if Kenner would have grabbed this license back in the 70s, so they would have made it in a Star Wars fashion type of look with a 5 POA point of articulation. So a guy like me that has 2 rooms loaded with 3 3/4 figures, this was right on the money. So I'm a big reaction fan. And they do an amazing stuff. Like, how can you say no? Count-check. I know how to, my math, I have to thank this guy for my mathematical skills. If someone is saying something, you gotta let me know. Because remember, I don't see this. Here, look at this. How can you not connect to this? I absolutely love reaction. I'm a big fan of reaction. So we have a little bit of Simpsons here. This is once again a stage in transition. These are Jack specifics, I think. Yeah, they're Jacks. They're brand new. We just got them last week. Here we blend more into Diamond Select, the Muppets, and we have the new O-rings. So what I was saying about reaction is that this just became a tour of the store, right?
Yes, pretty much.
What I said about reaction is that this is a rebranded concept, which is called Reaction Plus. And it's basically Super 7, thankfully, making G.I. Joe, thankfully, thank you Super 7, with an O-ring type of style. So it's not a 5 POA reaction like I just explained. This is more, and they're giving us characters that we never got. So I love that. I love that about them. So there's a little bit of Joe's in here. We have some cool stuff in the middle, like Marvel and all that. But then we enter, yeah, like Marvel bleeds into it. We're trying to recreate that experience that you had when you were at Toys R Us, of walking, that you don't get that no more. Like if you go to, it's depressing to go to like a Target or a Walmart and then you see empty packs and whatever toys. So we get close into the G.I. Joe section, which is also combined with Hot Wheels and some of that. Street Fighter, which is a close relative to G.I. Joe, of course has to be there. These guys, I had no faith on these guys until I got one open out of the box, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna post it and see how it goes. And when I was able to do like a real, like, oh, you can post, I'm like, hell yeah, I need to get them all. So now we have the whole wave is basically here. Once again, Reaction, which has that, I love that. I love the series, and by the way, by being a flagship of Super 7, we do retail price. Marvel, of course, no need for introduction of Marvel. Spider-Man is doing amazing, like, you know, the newer Spidey stuff. Miles Morales is our newest champion, because kids are like dying for it. But then, going back to that wall, we have the G.I. Joe section, of course, where I have a little bit of everything in here. I can't help it. Just like my personal collection. So we have Reaction 5 POA Joes that we all know that Super 7 is doing this type of figures, which they look super cool. Some of them are like super neat. I love the Sartan. I love the Bat. There's a few heavy hitters, but I also have like 25th anniversary. And then this is the whole point of this one is to find treasure. So you go like, oh, cool. 25th anniversary Cobra Commander, but then you go, what the heck is this thing? Oh, it's Psych-Out, but what does it look like that? Because it was made by Fun School in India, and this is actually the Russian version of it. And then we also have like a convention exclusive that was with the late G.I. Joe Club that we all miss. The FSS 7. Oh, here's the Sartan that I was referring to. See? That's an attractive figure. Like if you're into Sartan, I like it. So away from Star Wars is the beginning of some of our Star Trek items. And I know Andres is clinching behind the camera because he doesn't like them, but I do. I remember my dad saying, hey, let's check out Star Trek, especially the first generation, Saturday mornings. And I liked them. I had a bunch of them. And plus, Playmates were doing really cool figures back then. And I have fond memories of playing with these. And I have a set at home, a complete set at home. And so we have some of this, you know. Now we enter into the music section, which is something new that we integrated with, of course, Planet of the Apes and that type of stuff. That is somewhat in sci-fi. But this is a new section, which is the music section, thanks to our deal with Super 7. And they're making like really interesting, cool stuff. Like here's Rancid. Like look at this. Look at this thing. Or things like Cliff Burton. I never thought I've seen that I would have seen the late Cliff Burton from Metallica, who regrettably passed away on a tour bus accident, and then that led to you know, a series of events with games and whatever. This is you know, Metallica history, a tribute to the late Cliff Burton. Once again in reaction faction, so that's in reaction fashion. So that's the train of thought. What would have happened if Kenner would have had Rancid out of all thing? And I'm sure this guy is glow in the dark, but you can't see it. And then here, what do we have here? So of course we have whatever is in, if you come to a store, whatever is in the glass is because it's high end or it's like a rare Spaniard Equipo Ninja Banjo or a proof card or a Chinese roadblock. I know I'm doing this fast because this was supposed to be, what are these empty packs for?
Future
A work in progress?
Yes.
De madre.
Future merchandise.
Future merchandise. So
it's all
we
coming.
kind of bleed into the He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe, and we have a little bit of everything, like from classics to Super 7 to Masterverse to what else we have here? Even this weird Netflix thing, Origins, which is my main top of the line right now, and then of course right in front of it we have 4 teenagers who love pizza and live in the New York sewers, which are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We have a large selection of this. Come out, I didn't see this. This came out really good.
You're welcome.
Yeah, great job. So we have a little bit of everything in here, from vintage to modern, of course, ultimate, like Super 7 Party Wagon. We did a video, check it out, unboxing that. That is a wonderful piece. And so since I have He-Man on this side and Turtles on this side, then right dead center, we have the Turtles of Grayskull, which are very interesting. I didn't get them all, but there are things like the Stealth Ninja He-Man. I really like this figure. I have to keep one for myself. Like, look at that. Even like seeing one Toad, and it's a very interesting concept. I love his crossovers. And then of course we have to have a peg, a wall with pegs for He-Man stuff from Origins to the newer stuff. There's some Super 7 in here. Even foreign variants like Lucha Fuerte from Argentina. And then, once again, in the glass, we have, and there's Joes everywhere. The store is full of Joes. I mean, and check out our G.I. Joe tour. We did an update. Like Mexican variants or Argentinian cards or even domestic. Right next, I really love to do this type of stuff. Like, this is a domestic V2 Stalker right next to an FSS Stalker from the club. And then I can see, like, from here, I can see like 5 different countries. 5 to 6 different countries in that shell itself. So that leads into another glass case, of course, was right next to He-Man, of like oddities. Like these guys are all Argentinians. He's Venezuelan. He's Mexican. That one is Plastiramas, Argentina. And then you have oddities and prototypes and graded stuff. Like whatever, once again, if you come here, whatever is on the case, that's a new thing. What the heck is this, man? Oh, these are the new section, sports section. I'm walking for the first time into this new aisle. Because Andres moved everything, which is great.
It's
It
organized.
looks better. I have to admit, it looks
organized.
way better than the way that I used to do it. So this is the sports section. I don't know jack shit about sports, to be quite honest with you. Ask me anything about Star Wars, name a character, and I'm going to tell you the planet, the name of the race, a lot of weird shit. But ask me about this, guys, and I go, well, I don't know. I've never been a sports guy. If we have comments, let me know. So, ask questions. This is live. That's the whole purpose of doing this live. So right in front of the sports section, this is a new growing section that our customers have been requested, which is horror. So of course, Spawn. By the way, stay tuned. We're about to release a really cool video about Spawn. So we have a Spawn, Alien, horror-based things. Like once again, going back to this is a really nice line from Super 7 called The Weirdest in their reaction form. And then you have like The Exorcist, Glow in the Dark, I made that, in reaction form. I love reaction. I never get tired of it. We have some mecha stuff. More turtle stuff, like I was saying, we have, going back, I have to show this new case. Because all these guys are new. Oh yeah, Usagi Yojimbo fell again. That guy took a plunge.
Oh,
What happened with Kron? You sold my Kron?
it's gone.
Dude!
Left yesterday. I need to put something in the space there.
Yeah, we have to fill it up, but all this case is new. Look how beautiful this is. Give him a pan of this. A combination of NECA. Look at that. Peter Snow saying G.I. Joe Torpedo. You gotta read these things. I mean, G.I. Joe Torpedo Classified. I know, bro. No me ha llegado. I know. So these are all vintage. Then we have vintage here as well. Well, those are NECA. Vintage. Turtle Heaven in here. And so we'll keep going with the terror. Some terror stuff. Oh, I hate that clown, man. That looks horrible. Don't put that shit. That's a pretty cool line from Super 7. It's called Super Cyber. It's basically an X-ray. So that's what I love about Super 7, because they create concept and then they just throw it on licenses. So the Super Cyber, I think I explained this in another video. It's basically an X-ray of the figure, of the character. So you can see how he looks on the inside. And due to the fact that the creature from the Black Lagoon is basically horror, it's absolutely fine for Homerus into this shit, to dig deeper and look organs and that type of stuff. So that falls right perfectly with the concept. But then you throw it on Voltron, and now we're talking. Look at this. Now we're talking, brother. Who was the one that was asking me to speak like the Hulk? The Hulkster. Gotta eat your vitamins, brother. Look at this thing. You can see how he works, how he's built on the inside. I love this type of concepts. So this is an area that has been growing exponentially. It's Gojira. Don't pan right, don't pan down, because I know you're doing your thing. But then we're getting like cool stuff, like this green flare, but it's like a radioactive. Look at that. I know I've shown that before. But I love it. I love the way it looks. And of course, you have like the ultimates. Like this guy out of the box is beautiful. The tail is like this long. He's absolutely beautiful. So we have a bunch of Godzilla, and then we walk into a combination of Thundercats and Power Rangers. I feel like they should live across the street from each other, even vintage. Thundercats, foreign variants, Mexican bootleg prototypes. Once again, black gold edition Megazord, and then this is one of my favorite sections of the store because it's into the super robots like Voltron, Robotech, of course Gareto Majinga or Messenger C or Great Messenger in English. There's so many ways to call him, or Messenger Z in Spanish. Like the robot section is something that is very dear to our heart. And then once again, guess what? More Joes, of course. We have Joes from different countries in here, and that's another. I love this one because we have this really weird anti-drug club or sub-team. Should be the way to name it, called DEF, which stands for Drug Elimination Force. And Bulletproof was one of the main guys, technically. But they made it like this. They made it in this fashion with a dull, like faded military uniform with a helmet, and then they had an active license with Estrella in Brazil, and Estrella was like, well, I don't know, we're competing with turtles, so I think it needs to be more bright, like color should be, more bright, and the skin color should be different, and so they made him Tiro Certo. They went from this to that, and that's interesting because now you have a neon green with weird stuff, and then they removed the helmet. This is also a weird variant from Brazil. There's a lot of cool stuff. Who was claiming for Hulk Hogan? Because I got you, brother. We have a large WWE, former WWF section. I'm going to start talking like in weird voices because I really like wrestling. And this is an area that has been exponentially growing. We have a bunch of cool figures in here, like Rey Mysterio, who represents, brother, Los Hispanos, although he's Mexican. And then we walk into, this is something new for me, because people started saying, what's your girl section? I want to go to the girl section. I don't know, I never collected girl stuff, but Monster Highs are doing great. These things are kind of cool, because now, since we curate everything that comes in here, I have no choice but to force myself and learn about these things. And this series is actually pretty neat. And they come with a bunch of accessories. I'm learning a lot. I have a son, a boy, so this is all new to me. Vintage stuff like She-Ra's stuff, strawberry shortcake, all of that is vintage, strawberry shortcake. And then this beautiful back wall is where we put all the weird graded stuff, either Star Wars or obviously Joe's. We just got that Neil Armstrong, which is absolutely beautiful. We have a full set. This was the last set made by the club with all the new accessories, with the 3-packs, the 2-packs, the stuff that they had only at the show. I believe this was Chattanooga, if my memory serves me well. This was the last G.I. Joe show. The whole set is one item with every single new add-ons. It's the complete ultimate set. We have signed stuff as well. These cases are pride and joy. Whatever we put in glass, those were signed by the person that played or originated that character. We just got this guy right here showing the Jetfire, and he's all the way back here because this is the only case that can withstand the width of it. Look at this Barbie made hecha en Venezuela. Beautiful Venezuelan women, of course, but also Mexicans, del Día de los Muertos. And then here we have a statue. This was supposed to be an unboxing, not a tour. We have a statue. Look at this. Look at this. It's made in the Shogun line. It's very similar to Shogun Warriors. It even has the missiles. It is a beautiful piece. I love it. We have sideshow statues combined with some Star Wars stuff. Those are beautiful things. And this is one of my pride and joys. I absolutely love this case. one of my dear cases. Because there's a combination of figures from all over the world. And the vast majority of them, I hunt them myself in their countries of origin. So we have a lot of Auriken hecho en Mexico, made in Mexico, which are super cool variants, or Brazilians Estrelas, Comandos en Asao, or Venezuelans Ruby Plus, hechos en Venezuela, some domestic stuff, and then graded prototypes, you know, with the certified and all the provenance checked and everything. But this is a beautiful case of, if you're into Joe's, we got you, brother. We got you, brother. All right, let's keep going, because I don't get paid extra. Here's another case that we decided for no reason. Well, that's where we do the show sometimes. That's our cabin where we do a podcast every now and then, and we have a customer. So that settles it. Thank you so much for joining the live. We gotta take care of customers. See you, bye. Let me see. And